This is a great question. So this person is talking about when you're a notary signing agent and you are not getting the documents until a few hours before the signing. And it's because there is so much that goes into a real estate transaction behind the scenes. So a lot of us think, especially if you haven't ever worked in title, or before I had seen the back end of things by working with my direct clients, I just kind of thought that they just plug the numbers in and the documents are created basically. So I would be thinking, why is this taking so long? Like, haven't they been in this process for months or at least weeks, getting the documents ready and everything like that? And then after I started to be able to see the back end of things, and see all the communications between everybody, you realize how many things can actually come up. So sometimes the buyers and sellers, a lot of the time, aren't seeing the Alta statements until the day before, maybe 2 or 3 days before. And so by the time that they get the chance to actually sit down and review them, questions start coming up. Questions come up about taxes, about their homeowner's insurance, about, any credits, about a lender credit, about escrow accounts. So many different, questions come up for the buyers and sellers. And then those questions can trigger actions from their realtors, which can trigger actions from the title company. Or, sometimes the buyers will, need to get more money to put down, or things can change, or their credit score can change, or the things with the lender can change. So there's just so much that goes in behind the scenes. Unfortunately, when it comes to a real estate transaction, we are the very last step. So a lot of the time we are, kind of at the end waiting and just getting the documentation last minute. So by being a really versed notary signing agent in the documents and practicing and becoming more confident, it gets easier once you do get those last minute requests. So you get the documents, a little bit more last minute. It does help the more that you practice, but unfortunately, not really. We can ask for the documents the day before, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be ready. A lot of my escrow officers work on the files the day of, just so that they don't have to, do all the documents and then have things come up last minute and then redo all the documents. So we can always ask, but they will give us the documents right when they're ready. They typically don't wait.